Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, and double honor unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule well.
Shalom.
Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 men. Back with another video. Brother Yerushalayim here.
Brother Banyamyun.
Coming back with a video, a series on Esau and Amalek. Alexander the Greek's lineage goes back to Esau. Alexander the Greek's lineage goes back to Esau. And, Haman, that devil Haman, his lineage goes back to Amalek. Alright, Haman, that evil Edomite, who tried to destroy the whole nation of Israel. Alright, in fact, not the nation of Israel, the Jews. Because at that time, during the Medo-Persian captivity, right, the northern kingdom were already across, in these lands in the Americas. But the Jews, primarily the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, were in captivity under the Medo-Persians. Right, but now we're going to prove, through the scriptures that, Alexander's lineage goes back to Esau and, potentially to Amalek. Right, but for sure Haman's lineage goes straight back to what Amalek. Now let's start with the first precept, first Maccabees 1:1. Go ahead.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "And it happened after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that had reigned in his stead.
That he reigned in his stead.
The first over Greece."
The first Edomite over Greece. Right? Because modern day Macedonia, is Cyprus. And it says here that Alexander was the son of Philip the Macedonian. His father was a Macedonian, therefore he was a Macedonian. Alright, now who else in the scriptures are Macedonian? Get rest of Esther in the Apocrypha 16 and 10. Let's see who else, was a Macedonian. Okay?
Yeah, this is additions to Esther chapter 16, verse 10.
Right, go ahead.
It says, "For Haman, a Macedonian, the son of Amadatha, Amadatha, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood."
Because he was now a Persian, which is what biblical Elamite, so-called East Indian, right, Iranian, etc. Because he was an Edomite, that's the reason why he was stranger from the blood. Go ahead.
"And far distant from our goodness."
Right, far distant. Why? Because they are our main enemy, according to Psalm 83. When you went through that in one of the previous videos in the series. Right, go ahead.
"And as a stranger received of us."
And as a stranger received of us. He's a stranger, a wicked devil. Wicked. But it says here that he was what? He was a Macedonian. So therefore what? He and Alexander shared a common ancestry. Alright? Son of Amadatha. Okay? So he definitely was a so-called, probably a high-ranking Edomite, a high-ranking Macedonian. So was Alexander. Very likely, he came from that same lineage. All right. Get for me the book of the rest of Esther 12 and 6.
Yeah, this is rest of Esther chapter 12 verse 6. It says, "Howbeit Haman, the son of Amadatha, the Agagite."
The what?
The Agagite.
The Agagite. Yeah, the Agagite. Go ahead, finish off and I'll go through. Yeah.
"Who was in great honor with the king, sought to molest Mardochæus and his people, because of the two eunuchs of the king."
Right, the two eunuchs of the king. So he was in a great honor because he come from that Agagite lineage, because his father was Amadatas. The Agagite. Now the word Agag, right? Because Agagite means somebody who from the lineage of Agag. Agag was a title for the Amalekites, for the king. Right? That's like how they had Pharaoh etc., or Caesar. Agag was the title for the kings, right? So he had a royal lineage in terms of them Edomites, right? Let's get Esther in the normal regular Bible, book of Esther, Old Testament, yeah, Esther 9 and 24. So we traced it back here. First, we realized that Alexander was a Macedonian, and also Hagar, his name Haman, Salakia, was a Macedonian, and then he was the son of Amadeus, which is what an Agagite, which goes back into the kings of Amalek. All right, the kings of Amalek. So you see now everything coming together right here. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
This is Esther chapter 9 verse 24. Because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all Jews.
The enemy of what?
The enemy of all Jews.
The enemies of all the Jews.
Of all the Jews.
Right, because there was an enemy again, and going back into Psalm 83. They're the ones who try to destroy us from being, and they're still doing it. Across there in the land, they had one of those high-ranking JOOs, all right, the small hatters, all right, 1940, just so you can understand, saying that, the blacks, so-called blacks across here in the western part of the world, especially in America, are the biggest enemies, are the biggest threat. Why? Because we are the true people, the true chosen people. That's the reason why. All right, and they are imposters. Okay, they are our main enemy, these Amalekites. Go ahead.
And had the enemy of all the Jews, and had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast that is
the lot
to consume them and to destroy them.
So they want he's our enemy. He plot to destroy us again, going back into Psalm 83. Going back into Psalm 64, where Psalm 64 talk about what these devils try to do to us in the secret council of the wicked. All right, that's why King David said in Psalm 64, and to hide me from the secret council of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And that's how these Amalekites like to go, these banking families. They like to move in secret, right? They shoot in secret. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, right? These blatant snares like to destroy Jake. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? Who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So they're full of wickedness. And it's what he was doing. He was plotting to destroy us.
Psalm 62 and 4. I should bring.
Yeah. Go ahead, bring it. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Psalm 62 verse 4. It says, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
Cast who down from the excellency? Jacob. Go ahead.
They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, and they curse inwardly.
So they bless with their mouth, but inwardly, behind the scenes, they're cursing out. They're plotting to destroy you. This is what these Edomites do. That's what the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. All right? But like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. He'll never run out. All right? This devil never lost his hatred for Jake. Right? And his wickedness. Okay? Now let's continue back in the lesson. All right. So we read Esther 9 and 24. Right. So it says what he was the son of Hammedatha, Haman, the Agagite. Now go into the word Agagite there.
So please, yeah.
No bound to. Strong's H91. Right. It says Agagite means I will overtop. That's from Agag, which that just show you the pride. That's what it means. Agag, mean Agagite, it says, I will overtop. Now let's go into the root word. Agag. Right, that's what Agag mean, I will overtop. Which means you'll be at the top. Right? Going back into what the first of the nations, which is the video we brought out earlier. You will before. So it was the king of Amalek. Right? King of Amalek. Strong's definition says what? A title of Amalekitish kings. Agag. So as a title like Pharaoh. So Agag, meaning he will overtop. Right? But he ain't gonna overtop nothing. The Lord gonna mash him up. Now let's go and see in the scriptures where I talk about Agag. Right? Go ahead. 1 Samuel 15:6.
Yeah, this is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 6. It says, And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you dung from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt.
And the Amalekites didn't. They had actually attacked Jacob from behind. Going back into Exodus 17 from verse 8. They attacked Israel from behind and try to pick off the weaker Israelites. Right? A wicked and cowardly act. Right? They didn't allow us to pass through their land. Right? Even though they was our so-called brother nation. Right? Devils. Go ahead, continue.
So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites, and Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites.
You see that? He took Agag, the what?
The king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Alright, go ahead.
But Saul and the people spared Agag,
which they wasn't supposed to do. They was supposed to put him to death. Go ahead.
And the best of the sheep, and of the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good.
Which the Lord said to destroy, not to take it, because remember these devils are Edomites. They are the basis of men. They may have defiled those animals with their wickedness. As Job said, he wouldn't set them with the dog of his flock. Because they will interfere with the dog and all. Right? That's how base these people are. Go ahead.
And would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile, and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
Yeah, that's what they were supposed to do. They're supposed to destroy everything. Right? Or these people are the vile. They are the basest. They are the lowest of men. They basically beasts. And the Lord just put them up on he put them up on rulership to show that that he can do anything. That shows that this proves that hey, Alexander the Greek lineage go back to Esau. Right? Okay? Because this was being Medio Persian. This has been the Medio Persian, right before it says right before Alexander took over in Book of Esther. So Philip, Alexander's father, was a Macedonian. Which was Edomites. Edomites had taken over in that area. And more specifically, Haman lineage goes straight back to Amalek, the kings of Amalek. Alright, which more than likely Alexander the Greek's lineage goes back to. So Alexander the Greek's lineage goes back to Esau. Alright, and we pray this lesson was edifying. Alright, so you know the history. These were devils. Alright, we pray the lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom wa harag babal.
Shalom.